Ink ribbon.
So, I have been working on a game for a couple of months now, and it's consumed my life. The premise is simple. You simply have to enter a room and then exit through either the red door or the blue door. The game is called 100 Doors, wishlisted on Steam. And honestly, I wish I could go back in time and call it 50 Doors because, oh my god, it's surprisingly hard to come up with ideas for 100 rooms. I got giant bees, I got a secret skeleton party, my own big giant head that will swallow you, and the list goes on. I don't want to spoil too much. So of course, being the Resident Evil fanboy that I am, I had to put an homage to our favorite game franchise in there, and after a lot of thinking, I decided on the main shaft section of the labs from the original Resident Evil 2. The blue and red lit pathways kind of just called out to my game in such a perfect way I basically had to, but in order to not get sued, I'm making a legally distinct version of that, and again, as an homage. Hello Capcom lawyers, I love you. So first I got to work making the meshes for the walkway and the central room and made sure that it all snapped together like Legos. Perfect. Then using reference, I started making all the textures I was going to need. The weird thing about making low poly models is that oftentimes you make the textures based on where you know they will go, because unlike doing high poly models, they usually come after the fact. Hey, did I lose you? Sorry, sometimes I get a little too nerdy about this stuff. So I applied the textures, boom. And if it looks like it's not the right color, it's actually the lighting that did most of the work in the original game, so I'm working with that in mind. As you can see, adding colors to lights can totally change the look and feel. Then I started making some elements to snap onto walls just to give a bit more detail, like pipes and electrical boxes and other mysterious lab thingies. Who knows what they do. Once that was done, I had to make the surrounding walls with the spotlights as well as a central pillar to flesh it all out. That wasn't too hard. They look flat, but trust the process. So I textured the walls, textured the pillar, and bam! Now it's time to import all of this into Unreal Engine. And yes, you can make PS1 graphics in Unreal Engine. So no matter what sad little potato computer you have, this game will probably run on it. And it won't need 100 gigabytes of disk space. After adjusting the collision of each model so my player can stand on them, I made the first walkway just to see if it would work, and oh my god, this is so cool. Whoops. This is why you adjust collisions. From here I just began building the level, snapping all the pieces together and adding the lighting, atmospheric fog, and all that fun juicy stuff. I also made a vertical sliding door, but I forgot to record that part, and I know you don't care, so it's okay. It works. Now the last thing I have to do is add a bit of sound design. You know, whirring of machines and spooky ambiance. And I think we now have a finished section. And with all that, after a whole day of work, here is the final walkthrough. So there we have it. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I might add the elevator section, but right now I'm just scrambling to get levels done first and then I can polish them later, so we will see. I kind of feel like that episode of I Love Lucy with the chocolates on the conveyor belt. And again, my game 100 Doors will be on Steam, and if you want to support me, just wishlisting it is a huge help. You don't have to buy it, just wishlist it. But it will only be $4.99, which considering the amount of work I'm putting in, I think is a fair price. The link to it is in the description, just ignore the trailer because it's completely outdated now with all the changes that I've made. I'll be putting up a new trailer at some point, but now I have to get back to making this game, so you go drink some water and have a good day. I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.